Alright, here we are, Canadian junkyard. Okay, pro tip here. Hey everybody, welcome back to your favorite YouTube show, Fixing a Random Crop with Craig. Today we are looking at this screen door, and there was a bit of an incident where somebody kind of ran into this and sheared some of it off. So we're gonna go through the process here, see if we can figure out how to fix her up. So far, I have started off by raising this. Oh, wow, that was good for TV. Apparently that does not hold itself up there, so I'll have to be a little more careful with that. But I'm going to get it back up there and make sure it latches in, and then we'll take it from there. So first off, I wasn't sure if maybe it had just pulled itself out a bit, or if it actually ripped, but you can certainly see down here that there's some pieces stuck in there, so I don't think there's going to be enough slack. We're probably going to have to re-screen this whole portion. I do have a large piece of screen in the old tickle trunk with us, so the next thing is going to be to figure out how to get this panel out so that we can work just on that. Okay, so as you can also see, this big square piece is outside of this piece, and that clearly means it must need to go out that way. So that's the only way it's going to go. I also noticed that when I push up here, I create a little bit of space. So I think that's going to be the key, is to get this piece up a little bit higher, and then I can probably pop out from the other side this whole square piece. That's what I'm going to try and do. Okay, got my trusty helper here. Hudson on hand today. We can't seem to get this, I can't figure out an easy way to get this square out, but I realized that if I put this all the way up, I can see, hello, whoop, whoop. I can get to this gasket here. I think they call it a spline. It's the piece that holds this in, so here I get able to pull it out at the bottom. We're just pulling that out. You help me pull it, Hudson? Yeah. I'm going to pull that out all the way up, and then we're going to get the screen out, and then we'll take a better look at it. Okay, so we have gotten the spline out, but we really still can't get it out at the top here, because even when this is all the way up, I need two hands to pull these things in order to get that all the way up. But even when it's all the way up, I can't quite access that piece there to get it out. So I think what needs to happen is I really need to get this disassembled properly. So I did just watch a quick video on how to at least take this piece out. And apparently if we go all the way up to the top and we get it past this little edge here, I should be able to pull these things in like I normally would to go up and down, and pull it right out, and then slide it down out of here and out of the way. And maybe that'll allow me to get this out easier. So we're going to try that. Okay, so that was the trick. Worked great. Now you can see that piece of glass I now have totally out of the window. So all I did was raise it up as far as I could, and then while I had those two things pushed in, those two knobs, I was able to pull out here and then slide that piece of window right out. So now I have access to all of this stuff here. This line's going to come out, it should come out pretty easy now. I may need to get there goes that. Perfect. So this takes all of the spline out. Now all of this mesh is going to come out nice and easy. And I've got a fresh new opening here to work with that we can, we'll measure out our piece, put it in with the spline, cut the extra with the utility knife, and we should be out of here. So more to come. We'll let you know how it goes. Okay, next up, we are going to attempt to tape this thing in place so that it'll be easier to get the spline back in with the tool there, majigger. Not sure what that's called. Screen door and screen fixer upper maybe. But you can see, if you're like me and often don't have a helper on hand, I've got a bunch of little pieces of tape here. I tried going like horizontally first along the top of this thing. That did not work at all. So I think I need like a bunch of pieces kind of holding it up vertically. So I'm going to be able to hold it with one hand and then grab my piece of tape and see if that works. I'll let you know if it does. Okay, so update. Electrical tape is really not a good tape for this. It does not stick to this even a tiny bit. What I did do though is, in an effort to make the tape work, cut this out. So just, you know, a couple inches bigger than needed on all sides so that it would for sure fit. This is really hard to demonstrate. I'm going to invest in a tripod for this camera. Anyway, like, kind of, maybe you guys can see that. Probably not. Anyway, I made the thing just a little bit bigger than it needed to be so it wouldn't weigh so much. hoping the tape would work. Tape still didn't work. So what I'm going to try to do is with one hand, I'm going to hold this, and with the other hand, I'm going to try to get the spline started over here, and that'll then hold it, and then I can kind of adjust as needed. So I'll let you know how that goes. Okay, after some struggling, we've had some degree of success here. So I did manage to get the spline into this corner. I ended up using like the butt end of a screwdriver to kind of get it started, because this is a plastic one. I think there's metal ones of these that are better, but this one isn't great. Anyway, finally got it started, and then was able to get it all the way across. So now it's going to hang nicely. It seems like it's hanging pretty good there. And it looks reasonably flat and straight. So I'm going to try to get the other big piece of spline that's right there in while Hudzy has his snackaroo. Hey, oh yeah, you got a lot on your face right now. Oof, look at that. Looks good. Yummy snack. And then, yeah, I should be able to slide the other piece of glass back in, take off this tape that did nothing, and be on our way. Okay, we're back. We have our spline all the way in, all the way around.
Hi.
Went in pretty nice. Hey, bud. Ooh, having your snack, eh? This part ended up being, I did it in a different order. Like this single piece that was here was on the side originally, and I decided to use that one up top to keep it level. So I meant I used the longer part on the other side. But anyway, it must have been not an exact square. So this is a little bit long. So I'm just gonna trim that off with the tin snips there, clean that up. Then I'm gonna go around and I'm not sure if I can do it with the utility knife. I think I'll just go right along the very edge of that with the utility knife to cut off the extra. And we should be done. Okay, this is coming out real nice. So all I'm doing is going right along the edge of the. If I put the blade right up against the black bit there, and then just go gently, super gently along there, it sort of just separates, and you just kind of pull this off very gently. So I'm going to continue going all the way around. It should be nice and clean. Okay, that worked real well. Nice clean cuts around the edge. A couple spots where I went a little bit and I left a little bit extra is right there, because my piece only goes to about there, my piece of spline, and then it only starts again about there. So anyway, I think what I'm going to do is take this long part and cut this extra into a couple little pieces just to fill those holes. And down near the end, I found it a little bit tough to get it all the way in. I'm going to take like a flathead screwdriver and see if I can get those in a tiny bit better, just to hold those corners so that they don't want to pull out. But then I think we'll really be done. Okay, I think we're all done. Real nice install. Everything's nice and tight here. I fixed up the corners quite nicely. I was able to get those pieces in just with the end of a screwdriver. I didn't have a flathead with me. A flathead would have been ideal. I had a Phillips. I was able to kind of just push them in there. No problem. Oh, yeah? Okay, I'll be right there. Almost done. Today I just finished up his video. So this looks real good. I cut that piece that was going up to about here. Put the little tiny ones just in there and there. So it's totally sealed all the way around now. So I don't think we'll have any problem with this coming out. Obviously if it gets hit hard, then it'll probably pop out, but that's what happened here, and that's you know, that old piece of screen had held up for quite a few years. So got it all changed up. We're going to slide in the new piece and we'll give the final shot. Okay, you'll see we got the top piece of glass back in, but went in very easy once we knew how to reinstall that. One trick was to make sure it was ahead of the, it was inside the little doorknob here. If you have that doorknob, by trying to slide it in from outside of it, I needed to slide it in and then go up that way so it would slide right up. And you can see that our job turned out pretty nice. So, back in business. The folks here will be able to get nice cool air in without having, you know, any big bugs coming through. See you next time on Fixing Random Crap with Craig.